give to the back. At the 45, he's got room. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. Finds his big tight end. At the 45 on his way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. Here comes Clemson with another first down. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw.
There he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw again. Touchdown, Tiger! And they strike first.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Defense in press coverage. DBs will try to keep everything in front. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
On the ground, it's Moss. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Reed. Makes the catch. It's Concepcion. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to the running back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires left and wings it incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You've got a chance to go in the half with more momentum. Continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
They'll try to sneak it. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to power it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw, it's Reed. Looking to scramble. He's in open space downfield. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Texas A&M going up tempo.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now on first down from the 28.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Finds his man. It's Owens. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Don't love the incompletion, but I do love the pass pro. Nice job winning the one-on-ones. We saw some double teams up front as well. This O-line right now, they're in a good rhythm.
So now it's second and long. Hand off from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Dropping back, it's Reed. Got his man. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to run, it's Moss. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. To the air, it's Reed. Takes an easy completion. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Calls his own number. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. Third and goal from the 2. Trying to pound their way in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Forced out of the pocket. Touchdown, Aggie! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this offense comes through, and they needed to. They need to chip into this lead because being down a couple possessions, they needed to score a touchdown right there. Palmer, he comes through, he delivers, more work to be done, though.
You just got to have it. Right now, if you're the offense, you're celebrating that touchdown. That was a huge play and a critical fourth down. But you're right, there's still work to be done. You got to get back on the sideline. You got to rally the guys and have a plan for the next time you come on the field to try and win this game.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Haynes. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a third and long. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
See them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fakes to grab. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Off play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now improvising. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Moss. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Flushed out of the pocket. He's turning it loose into the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
That is a big-time gamble, man. I was second-guessing the head coach deciding to go for that and not just kick the field goal in the last play of the first half, but he trusts the big fellas up front. They decide to run the ball. They get movement, and he plows his way in for a touchdown, and with it, take the lead on the final play of the first half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. A wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Shakes off the defender. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
They'll give it to the back. Fights off the defender. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Under fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball. That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Aggies! And that one will give them the lead.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Turner. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Quickly to the tight end. The ball squirts free. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just could bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Quarterback moving. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm, and I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to...
Snags it inside the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The give to the tailback. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To throw, it's Reed. Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game. You've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's random. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Quarterback adapting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The short hands. It's Randall. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make...
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Good gain on the return in this. Position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gators will boot it away to start the game. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Back to throw, it's back. Makes the catch. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. They'll leave it with him, fighting off the defender.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Hurricanes have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Canes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab past the marker. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Oh, he makes the catch.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw, it's back. It's caught. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short. They'll go to the power running game. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice third down conversion, and now set up first and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Marches ahead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Touchdown, Hurricane! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back to pass, it's Flagway. That's caught. It's Wilson.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some...
There he goes! And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Gators in the hurry-up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Gators are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's ball. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. There's the pressure. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Here's a heat. Caught in the backfield, it's ball. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is. When the defense gets that stop on third down, fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The short hands, it's Fletcher. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's back. Working that left side now. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, it's loose. Turning on the Jets. Defense got it. They're on the run.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Marion. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Rides to back and leaves it. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. Steps away to find some room. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got his man. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he just pumped that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man. It's Wilson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. And you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Gator! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Beck. They're setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Shoots it to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move, it's Fletcher. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And now on 3rd down after that last run. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. That's caught. It's Bowman. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Florida. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's back. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Off the play fake. Bring in the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to find another play. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. With the catch, it's Fletcher. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. The Canes have a lot of options on second and inches. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Firing deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Buys a little extra time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Now he's going to break the pocket. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. A run for the quarterback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Picked off, not the second half start they'd hoped for. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with...
And he lays out and snags it down the left side. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game.
Well, this running back can beat you with a lot of tools. He's got speed, he can shake you, he can spin away, and now he shows you the stiff arm. That was lethal before walking into the end zone.
So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. These corners backing off a bit. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Firing to the right, complete. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Still on his feet. Good line on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Got a man. It's Jackson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Back to pass on second down. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And he's just proving it time and time again. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to...
He caught it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Gator! That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air, it's back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He wants to change this route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He uncorks one deep. Touchdown, Florida! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marion. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Snagged in the middle. It's Bauman. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense. He's got it. First down and more. Hard running there. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Here comes the heat. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slot. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it out of the shotgun. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quick strike complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's back. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. Holds it in on the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, Gator. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's back. Pocket breaking down. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it left. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were...
He's got it down the left. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the run. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The play action fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's showing you a little bit of everything today.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this...
Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, he's still on his feet. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Beck. Now adjusting. He's going to take off. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. And the Canes want to move quickly. They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for once.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run the screen. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration.
Touchdown, Gator! And the pummeling has... look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome to MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Wolverines will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Let's go. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine, he might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the big fella. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. They go to the ground. He's loose. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
At third down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on third down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on third down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dances away to buy time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's going to let it go. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. There's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. It makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Caught near the sticks. It's Haynes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Still looking, on the move. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last round.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Durham. Got room at the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Trying to set up the screen. Past the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive line, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Durham. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Finds his man. It's Brown. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You've got to be able to gang tackle this guy. We see it every week. He makes people miss, and you just saw it on that last play. He's unbelievable in the open field. He can cut on a dime, and with that run, he's got this offense now set up down close to the goal line.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Touchdown LSU! Fit it in the window for the score.
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area, because of his speed and his size. He's a nice target right there on the post. You see him. It's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Scrambling away. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but we still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the run, deep down the right side.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
To throw, it's Underwood. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think could read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Here's a heat. Sets up the screen. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the 1st down, and you're obviously trying to get the 1st down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on 3rd down. I like when you slip them in there and try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. With that field goal, guys, we're all tied up in the early going.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. LSU quick to the line. The hand to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
To throw, it's Ncaa. Flushed out of the pocket. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sharp. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Offense changing the play. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown LSU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
What a huge play, and that just goes to show you, man, when this guy is covered, he's over. Final play of the first half. I think everybody knows where the ball is going, and still, they can't stop him from hauling it in the end zone, giving his team the lead on the last play of the first half. That was huge.
So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about that for efficiency here on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Coming out with it, and the ball is loose on the return. Bounced right back to them.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
throw. It's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the running back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country. Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Hauls it in.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's Dura. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. There on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, get penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a...
Touchdown, Tiger! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Underwood. That's caught, it's Haynes. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Second down, he'll throw it. Rush is on him. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose. It'll be a turnover.
And talk about getting excited just to lose it again. The offense gets the first down. You got enough yards, but what do you have to do? You got to take care of the football. You can't cough it up. The defense forces the fumble, recovers it, takes all the wind and all the momentum back to their side.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Wants to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Unleashes one. On target to the left. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's got him. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
It's just so nice to have a signal who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Finds his man on the left. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. The Tigers in the hurry-up. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Off the RPO, throwing the right, looking for the first. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
It's complete to the left. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Motion from the wideout. The corners are walked up tight. Looking for room. It's Haynes. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Michigan! And they've moved up front here on the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. unloads to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was... trying to find his man.